Ben here, and this is my argument on why feet should continue to be an event. So, first of all, let's have some background on removing of feet. Over here I have the document pulled up. So in September 2017, there was a delegate poll for keeping feet as an official event. The vote was 56 yes and 58 no. See, there's a small difference between keeping or removing an event. After this poll, the format of feet was changed from mean of 3 to average of 5. And there was a plan along with this change, which states that feet will only be kept as an event if more than 30% of competitions in the last 12 months held feet, and more than 4.5% of competitors competing in the last 12 months competed in feet. This plan was proposed and passed in November 2017. Then the WRC voted recently on if feet should be removed, if at all. So out of 6 votes, 3 voted to remove in 2020, 1 voted to remove in 2019, 1 voted don't remove, and 1 abstained. So they also voted on other decisions for 2019 regulations, but I will only be covering feet because that's kind of the most controversial part right now. So over here, this is kind of the percentage of competitions that had feet. This year there was 21.24% of competitions, and I'm pretty sure that the 4.5% of competitors was met. But from this past year, feet wasn't even the lowest event. It was right there at the third lowest. And even then, it was the third lowest in 2018 and the second lowest in 2017. And in both years, 5 events had less than 30%, which was FMC, multi-blind, feet, 4-blind, and 5-blind. So the amount of competitions holding feet as an event has always been increasing, but the total amount of competitions has been increasing at a bigger rate, as we can see right here. Like, there's a steady increase for feet in the blue, and this is the total competitions, which is a lot more in comparison. The change of format did increase the popularity of this event, but it was never going to hit the 30% mark due to the fact that the total number of competitions is increasing at a bigger rate, as seen by this. So the proposed plan seemed like they knew it would fail or not come close to the 30% mark. And the only time that was over 30% was in 2013 over here. So the supposed popularity of the event has been at a decrease since then, but it's not really a decrease because the percentage of total competitions has been increasing so drastically compared to the amount of feet competitions. Yeah. So the WCA has only removed 2 events in the past, and that was the Magic and Master Magic. But those aren't really puzzles. They're kind of like the test of your ability to do a few moves. And the only reason they remove that is because it's not really a puzzle, and the impossibility of judging. Feet, however, does not have these problems. Clock is closer to Magic. Mainly, Clock is still a puzzle, but it's closer to Magic in the regards of the judging mainly because if it falls down, then the pins are all reset, and it's some other stuff. It's not good. But feet, it's just like 3x3, but you solve it with your feet. It doesn't really relate to the magics or clock. Feet is such a unique event compared to the current list of events. So, usually when people think of the Rubik's Cube and solving it, they usually see someone solving it with their hands. I know there's different variations, like one-handed, fused moves, and blind, which change the format, but feet is much different because it's solving with your feet. The regulation changes in early 2018 seemed like it gave hope to the event as a whole, but it looks like all the hard work and dedication will be gone to waste. I mean, we can see this from here. Here's all the records I put in. You can see 5 of them were set in 2018, while 2 were set in 2017, 2016, and 4 were set in 2015. So we can see that just the hardware and just popularity of the event reduced the times to the insane times that they're now. I know it seems like clock and feet are some of the most hated events that are currently offered, but there are still people that practice these events. As we can see from this, there's people that practice. It's not many people that actually practice these events, but they still practice. For feet, the format and regulation changes did encourage people to practice more, and it did increase the popularity of the event and competitors. Records are being beaten, and this increase in popularity only helped the popularity of feet. I know when I saw the insane records, like especially the 16 single, I started to practice feet a lot more because, I don't know, it's a really fun event, and it sucks that it's going away. So, going back to how this came to effect of actually removing it, there was a delegate poll, and then a final decision made by the WRC. So this delegate poll, it's like the no is at a little more than 50% of the votes, and this is at like 49 point something percent for the yes. It's so small of a majority that is changing hundreds of thousands of competitors. It's changing their ability to actually compete in this event. So, as for the actual decision of removing or adding an event, I think there should be some sort of system with representatives. So those could be like the delegates that needs a 2/3 or 3/4 majority to actually change. Yeah, the only reason why this whole controversy and decision is happening is because of 2 votes in favor of removing the event. And that's like less than 1% of a difference that's changing this whole thing. If there was a better system to combat this small majority, then this whole thing would not be happening, and we would still have hope for feet. So right now, their plan is to remove it in 2020. But yeah, so I guess if you want to help in favor of feet, you can go onto this GitHub post and post your opinion. Yeah, so early 2019 is very short notice, and their preference is 2020. So if you want to help, you can go to this GitHub post and comment your opinions, or you can sign this petition. I'll have these links in the description. So that's pretty much it, and I guess if you want to see this document, I'll have that in there as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you will support feet as an event. Thanks.